Morning.
Hey, good morning, Karla. How are you?
Good. How are you? Hi, Dwight.
Hello.
Good to see you again. Hello, everybody. I am Karla Parker. I'm a realtor in the Greater Bay Area. I am here with Dwight Alexander and Lawrence. Help me with your last name.
Jatsek.
Jatsek. From CRE Development Capital, and we are going to be talking about a project that they have coming up in Phoenix that sounds super exciting. But before we do that, Dwight, tell us a little bit about your background and your role at CRE.
Okay, let's be real quick. I'm an attorney by training.
Okay.
Spent 13 years as an investment banker doing large capital projects, about NFL, NBA stadiums and arenas, about 16 different stadium arena projects. Ports, airports, complex structured finance transactions were part of my life. And then spent the last 20 years as a financial services lobbyist, really working with Congress and the administration on financial services and financial services type issues, in addition to doing development work. And, CRE Capital is really an outgrowth of the development things that we've been doing. Lawrence, we've been together for the last 25, almost 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doing projects. It's been a long time. I know we were both young kids back then. And so out of the work that we were doing on the development side, we came to CRE. I mean, I spent 4 years as the head of the planning commission for the city and county of San Francisco, and got to see everything from the 3 inches added to the deck to the 65-story buildings, and really looking at them and looking at that process, and then thinking about how we bring to bear, the knowledge that I have on the finance side, on the legal side, and on the real estate development side, along with Lawrence's knowledge of the construction industry and what he's done as far as developing and doing custom homes and that sort of stuff, to say, hey, you know what, we actually can take the knowledge that we have and lend it to other people in terms of the work that we're doing at CRE and kind of what we could do there. And so that's sort of the genesis of CRE and what we're doing.
Nice. And Lawrence.
Yes.
What do you do?
A lot.
I didn't give you the other part. Yeah. So we just stop. So the other thing is, so Lawrence and I sit and evaluate all these all the investments and the things that we're looking at investing in, from those angles and from that critical side. So I wanted to add that piece.
Perfect. Your partners.
I'm not just a critical place.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm a managing partner here at CRE Development Capital, and I've got 30 plus years of experience in this. I actually grew up in this industry, literally digging ditches as a young man, and so I learned it from the ground up. Literally learned it from the ground up, and then it just kept growing with the industry. Worked on some really crazy projects over the years, from public works projects involving even county jails. Not so glorious, but we learned a lot, and we've been doing development stuff in the Bay Area for about the last 25 years. In fact, Dwight was one of my first projects that I ever had gotten involved in when I was really young, in my young 20s, and I first moved out to California, and we've been friends and ever since, and partners now, and so like Dwight said, we use all this knowledge and background to evaluate all these projects that are coming our way, along with some of the projects that we've personally put together. And so, we're here to, show what CRE does. And primarily we're raising capital for projects that are going to give investors a great return.
Cool. So Dwight, I hear you guys made the news in Phoenix. Tell me what's on the horizon there.
Phoenix is really an exciting project for CRE, and then just for personally, it really is sort of the culmination of the things that we really care about. Bringing together sort of community, really high quality development design. And looking at how that fits into the context of what is happening in the area around it. Can
you give me a little bit of background on Phoenix in general?
So Phoenix, unbeknownst to me, and I at the time, because I spent a little time in Phoenix, I go to Scottsdale and look at it. is the 5th largest city in the country.
Really?
Right. People are like, what? Phoenix? It is. It overtook Houston, I think, a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
So Phoenix and Phoenix is growing like gangbusters. Its economy is diversifying. There are corporations that are moving in, a lot of tech, a lot of medical technology. They have, 2 world-class universities with ASU and University of Arizona, and they have made a real commitment to the downtown area. They moved their professional schools. The Thunderbird Business Schools moved down there. They moved their medical school. The Walter Cronkite Communication School have all been moving into the downtown area of
from
Phoenix,
the suburban area,
from Tempe and from other places. And so
okay.
they've also created an innovation hub, an innovation center in that downtown area, in that downtown core. And that's just the educational investment. Obviously, well, Mayo Clinic is there. Mayo Clinic has made investments, and so there's a lot happening in that area. And if you haven't been to Phoenix in the last, I will say, 5 years, it's a completely different place if you go downtown, because most people go to Phoenix, but when they go to Phoenix, they think Scottsdale, because that's where where the thing was happening. And it used to be that the sidewalks at Phoenix rolled up about 5 o'clock, and then you couldn't find anything. But if you go to downtown Phoenix today, it is exciting. It's happening. It's moving. There are lots of luxury apartments and office spaces going in at this moment. 2 years ago, they put in their first downtown grocery store because of the critical mass of people that were coming to live.
That's huge.
The light rail and light rail extensions have made downtown much more accessible. And Phoenix as a convention destination has always been there. People always went to Scottsdale because there weren't really a lot of hotel rooms and things downtown, but that has changed a lot too. And so it has really, more so than it just being Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, Phoenix itself has become a real destination sort of place. And people want to live in the downtown area. I mean, if you look at, any major city, and if you think about growing cities, they have lots of traffic, and there's traffic happening. And so coming in from the valley, which from Scottsdale out there, can be very difficult at times. And so looking at the downtown, we were really excited about the downtown. And we got the opportunity to look at this project that is arguably the best site in downtown Phoenix.
Hold that thought. Let me ask Lawrence. Any more input on the
Phoenix,
raw
the growth
Phoenix?
Area?
Lawrence, hold on. Lawrence, fill in any blanks that we've got so far.
So a lot of the things that are happening down there, not just the beginning of a redevelopment with the developing of what they call city center in Phoenix. That was a great kickoff to a lot of things that were happening. When you went down there, you'd find Talking Stick Arena, where the Phoenix Suns would play their basketball games. The Diamondback Stadium, Chase Field, where the Major League Baseball games are played. But all those facilities recently have gone through a major facelift or are going through a major facelift right now. And then you have a convention center that's right there, one of the largest convention centers in the country. And as Dwight said, it's a highly attractive area to hold, these very large conventions for everybody and everything that's going on.
So much like San Francisco, in that we've got business, sports, entertainment, and cultivating a downtown life and livelihood and economy.
Oh, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing what's going on down there. And the top it all off, the airport is 7 minutes from the center of downtown. I mean, it's like one of the closest accesses that a major airport that you could have to a downtown area. It's really unbelievable. Yeah. And they're finally capitalizing on
and they just did an expansion at the airport. They
wow.
2 terminals and redid 2 terminals that are just coming online, Terminal 4 and Terminal 2, which will be online, I think, this year. So they put a lot into the infrastructure in the city of Phoenix. In addition to light rail and light rail extensions that they're just starting, that will run from downtown Phoenix to Tempe, Arizona, and really connect, sort of that outer valley to Phoenix, which I think, creates a much bigger economic engine, allowing, the free flow of people, back and forth between those metropolitan areas. So it really is kind of just an exciting thing. And there's just been an explosion. If you go there, I mean, the streetscape is lively and active, and people are out and people are around, and there are entertainment venues and restaurants, and people are enjoying, downtown Phoenix in a way that, didn't happen, 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now back to what you were saying, Dwight, about the project itself and how you guys.
Lawrence gave you a little bit of the flavor, because he talked about, the Talking Stick Arena, the Arizona Diamondback Stadium, and the convention center.
Okay.
Which are sort of the hubs in the downtown. Well, this project, and we have in Phoenix, is right smack dab in the middle of that. The diagonal across the street is the Phoenix Suns Arena. 3 blocks to the east is the Arizona Diamondback Stadium, and 3 blocks to the north is the convention center and the main downtown core.
Wow.
So it really sits at the intersection of a lot of really great things, and where the project is located is in what they call the warehouse district, which is what Phoenix has dubbed their entertainment district. And if you've been to Los Angeles or looked at LA Live with the Staples Center and whole plaza there, that is the concept that Phoenix wants to bring and wants to do there. And this project would sort of anchor that, coming off of the corner of the arena. And so we're really excited about it. We're excited about the location, because, in real estate, location, and they just don't make any more real estate. So
what have you got planned? What's going up? Either one of you.
It is. I know. It's like who
it's so exciting. Yeah,
I'm going to start, Lawrence, and I'll let you jump in and take it. We are doing what is phenomenal by anyone's stretch of the word. We're going to bring the first 5-star hotel to downtown Phoenix. So the project we're doing is a 225-room hotel, and almost 183 luxury condominium units that will be downtown in a 26-story building that will have views in every direction. Just a phenomenal thing. And so the city is very excited about it. They're excited about, one, having more housing downtown and for sale housing, because a lot of it's apartments, and there are people that actually want to live and sort of invest and be there. And then having that 5-star hotel and that 5-star quality. And so that is the essence of what we're doing. We are creating the anchor for what Phoenix hopes to be the hub of their downtown activity, coming off of the entertainment venues. So that piece is really exciting. I'll let Lawrence talk now, because I get really excited about it, and I can about that project. There's so many layers to it. There's so many layers.
The luxury alone, just anytime you've got luxury, we know what that means. Cha-ching.
But it's not. But you know what? It's not just about the cha-ching. That's the other piece of this that I think is really key. Because one of the partners in development was a nonprofit that did job training in Phoenix for the last 50 years, and they've trained over 65,000 people in Phoenix for jobs, including the current chief of police from the city of Phoenix came out of that job training program.
Really?
As well as the deputy mayor. So there is a real long legacy there. And so they were really looking to retool.
Okay.
They had this site, and we said, hey, let's be development partners. We're going to create for you out of this project, one will be a crowning project, but it will also allow people that come out of your job training program, the opportunity to have a job at the hotel.
Yeah, the hospitality industry, contractors.
So it was really, a vertically integrated project in the real sense of the word, and not just about the cha-ching. It was cha-ching in a lot of ways. It was, sort of the investment in the capital investment in putting the hotel and luxury apartments there, but also an investment in the human infrastructure of the people, and actually creating jobs and a jobs engine for the city of Phoenix. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to let Lawrence talk, because
No, that's exactly right. It is truly one of the most well-rounded projects that you could imagine. I mean, just the social impact is massive with having the Arizona OIC as our partner in here, and that really was the driver for taking this project on and creating it and getting it to where it is right now. And they're going to benefit from this for the next 100 years.
Generations.
I mean, it's really going to be amazing for generations to come. And Dwight mentioned they put 65,000 people through their program. They'll probably put 650,000 people through the program over the next 10 years with this kind of venue. So, the impact is massive, and that's really what this is all about. And when the people, benefit in the area, the whole area benefits, everybody benefits. And so this is really what this is about in this type of project.
Absolutely. And so where are you guys in the raise right now?
It's amazing, and we're in a process of, I guess I would say, transition. We were putting together sort of the debt and putting together the capital stack, as it's known for people, for lay people, that it's like how you put together all your sources of financing and layer them, whether your debt, your equity, any kind of mezzanine loan. So at this point, we are looking to break ground about this time next year. And so we're putting in place a mezzanine facility to really look at, to bridge through the rest of the capital raise on the equity and the other pieces of that. And so we're deep into it. And, Lawrence is heavily, in that every day. So he can talk to you more in detail about where we are and kind of what we're doing. But, it's amazing when you do and you pick good projects with good people who do good work, the other parts of it start to come easier.
Totally.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we've created 2 funds for this project, and it allows investors of different levels to come in. There's an opportunity zone fund that we put together for people who have want to defer their capital gains and take advantage of the tax benefits that come along with investing in an opportunity zone. And we also have a fund together for investors who don't need that vehicle to defer capital gains taxes. And so, again, it's open to all these investors, and we're probably a third of through the raise of where we want to be. And we have great momentum, and it keeps getting stronger as we go along, and with this recent entitlement and our negotiation with the hotel flag that we're in the middle of right now, it's once we make that announcement, that's going to be red hot as well. And again, like Dwight mentioned, that's a 5-star flag, and we're real close to making that announcement. But it's a great time to start getting in on this project if you're interested in investing in Phoenix, because it's going to be the iconic project of downtown Phoenix, to be honest with you.
And the one thing you said, Lawrence, and you talked about the opportunity zone fund. The project is in a qualified opportunity zone. So for those people who want to invest, they're allowed to invest capital gains money into those projects, and if they leave it in there for the whole term, they take that money out without paying any of that capital gain. So that's the beauty of that side of the project. So I wanted to put that out there.
Indeed.
But again,
the flag,
it is
the
open to
announcement of the
all.
flag is going to be tremendous, because it is a 5-star international brand, very well recognized, both nationally and internationally, as being the creme de la creme. So we're pretty excited about that.
Okay, so we'll talk again.
And so is the city of Phoenix, by the way. City of Phoenix is really excited for what we're doing here.
Okay, good stuff. Any final thoughts?
As we sit and we go through this COVID world, and you look around and you're like, everything is changing and everything is different. Real estate is still the one thing that makes sense. Even in tough times, people need a place to live. People need a place to work. People need, we're spending more time working in our homes. And so that has just caused booms in the construction industry, both in remodeling and other types of things. And so there are a lot of opportunities for investment to take advantage of even what seems to be a difficult time and a difficult circumstances. So that's what I would say. I would say real estate, look at it, think about it, whether you're thinking about it, your retirement funds, and whether you're doing self-directed retirements or whether you're doing other types of things. There are just a lot of opportunities, and you don't have to do the big chunk. You don't have to do the huge thing. The Phoenix project is about $225 million, but if you want a piece of that, or you want to be in that there's an opportunity to do that. And I think I guess that's the message.
All right.
Yeah, real estate, like Dwight said, real estate is something that really should be in everybody's portfolios. It's a great way to balance things out and get involved. Not everybody can be a developer or wants to be a developer, but they want to own real estate in some form or another. And, we have the funds put together to do that. And we're going to be launching a couple of more funds down the road here that we're working on, and we'll make those announcements as they come up. But we're continually doing that and continually raising capital for not only Phoenix, but several other projects. And you can see those projects at CREDevelopmentcapital.com. And if you want to get a hold of us, email us at info@CREDevelopmentcapital.com, and we'll be happy to connect with you and share more.
And new projects are being added, every month, because we're being shown a lot of things, and there's a lot out there. So we're carefully picking through and looking to make sure that, the things align with our values and align to what we're looking for as personally as investors, but what we're looking for to deliver for the clients and the people who, entrust their funds to CRE.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again in the next one.
Thank you, Karla.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.